Peace, love, and light. Grand rising to you soul family members out there. I'm just taking a stroll out in nature, literally listening to the beautiful, sweet songs of nature as we speak, guys. And I really want you guys to hear. Aside from the distractions, nature is absolutely beautiful. So peaceful out here. But yeah, there is definitely something that I wanted to bring to you guys. If you guys have not already, came to this knowledge, then I will be informing you. There's gonna come. All right, this is definitely for the light workers out there, the intuitive beings out there, the chosen ones out there, the ones who are on a soul mission. This is for you. This message is for you. So there's gonna come a point in your path, in your journey, in your life, that you're gonna begin to notice. You're gonna become very, very sensitive. Your senses are going to be heightened. Your senses are going to be very, 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 very sensitive. Your senses are going to be sensitive. So you're going to be this person who's just cautious, or let's just say you're reactive towards your surroundings. Your body, your being, your soul is going to now react to certain things, whether that be processed foods, bad energy, negative people, let's just say the wrong type of crowds, the wrong type of music, the wrong places, even that will lower your vibration. Anything that is not good for you, your body's going to be, kind of reactive or resistant towards it, and it's going to alert you. Now, that's not the only thing that we, as the chosen ones, are going to be open to now. I'm sure you guys have been noticing your powers or your inner workings or your inner, abilities heightening immensely. Like, I'm sure you have been tapping into different things, experimenting with your powers, moving things around for some of us. Some of you are really, coming to this understanding that you are not of this world. You are literally a multidimensional being who's made for a mission, who's not of this world, but is in this world. And a lot of us are tapping into our powers, tapping into our true abilities on a soulful level. So, aside from that, you guys will begin to realize a lot of things about yourself. You will begin to come to understanding about some things about yourself. Maybe some things that you didn't want to acknowledge, or maybe some things that you couldn't handle. There's going to be some abilities that you may possess that you may not, align with yet, that you may not even accept yet. So you will have to work or adjust, or, let's just say, you may have to get used to it, simple as can be. Because even though you can fly, even though you can, spectate, even though you can teleport, and all of these different powerful abilities that we obtain, even though we have these abilities, it doesn't mean that we're just going to be comfortable with them. It doesn't mean that we're just going to be, accessible to them, and they're just going to be, freely able to use. You have to build your way up. You can't a baby doesn't learn how to walk when they first are born. They have to build their way up. They have to crawl, then walk. Look at this beautiful butterfly. So, with that being said, it's coming to a point for me, and I always use me as an example. So it's coming to a point for me that I'm becoming very, very, very sensitive to everything. I'm becoming very, very aware becoming very open to things. Like, I'm beginning to notice and be alert to things. You know, like, I can see things coming from a mile away. I can feel people walking into a building. And like, you'll just tap into things that you yourself don't even know. It's your higher self taking over. It's your higher self alarming you. It's your higher self informing you. That's that inner knowing. So a lot of us are going to be, coming into cahoots with our abilities faster than others. So we will have to brace ourselves. We will have to adjust and do some aligning, because we will have to prepare for these abilities. This awakening that we are, experiencing is not just a joke. It's not something that people just say just to say. It's an actual thing. It's actually real. So when you awaken, you begin to unlock your DNA. You begin to tap into yourself, tap into those Akashic records. And within those records, within that DNA, is ancient ways of being, ancient operations, ancient systems. They're just very, 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 very highly, advanced ways of being. And that's you. That's literally how you maneuver. So it's important for us to be able to, not only come into correspondence with ourselves, but to accept ourselves, to allow for us to express, Sometimes our higher self wants to take over and do things, and then we won't even know, like, it's our higher self until later. So for example, you begin to notice that your higher self is doing things, predominantly before it's needed. So for example, let's just say I grabbed some socks out of my drawer. This is just something crazy and small. I grabbed some socks out of my drawer, and I'm like, why did I end up grabbing 4 pairs of socks instead of 2 pairs of socks? But I say, you know what, let me just keep it and put it in my car, for later. Comes to find out, the socks that I grabbed, they ended up getting wet badly, so I ended up needing socks. Oh, look, I have socks on me. I have a pair of socks, with me. Coincidentally, I needed it, but it wasn't a coincidence. It was your higher self. And that's what we need to come to understanding about. It's not, things just happening just to happen. Nothing is a coincidence. It's literally your higher self. You begin to tap into the way that people feel. You will begin to literally see a group of people, and spot even a chosen one out of a group of people. It's coming to the point for me where I can see, whether it be a person or a group of people, I can literally read this person and decipher whether or not they're in a good mood. Are they good energy? How is their life? I can literally read it. You will begin to tap into those abilities. And some people have the ability to, see the future. Some people have the ability to, get visions from the future. Some people have the ability to, predict what it is that's about to happen next. Some people may not be able to handle that. So they won't be able to, or they won't want to use those abilities. They'd hide from it. They'd kind of shy away from it because it's too much. But I'm here to say that it's important for you to use this to prioritize your abilities, to strengthen your abilities, to befriend your abilities, because your abilities are you. How are you tapped into yourself? How are you, how have you fully captured self and mastered self if you have not accepted yourself fully? Fully embodying you is fully accepting who you are. And when you accept who you are, you love yourself, you value yourself, you set morals for yourself, you have different, boundaries that you hold over your head. So if that doesn't come with the whole package deal, then who are you? If you're hiding away, if I'm, trying to, let's just say for an example, hide from who I am. If I'm trying to, let's just say, not acknowledge the fact that I'm black or that I am a colored goddess. If I want to, just ignore that and pretend like we are all one, like they say we are, and that everything is nothing, and, color really doesn't matter. All humans are made under, one oath, and we're all one. That's not it, and that's not the way that it ever should have been said. It's never been that way, and it will never be that way. But the more that I hide from that fact, the more that I turn the other cheek, from that fact, I continue to ignore who I am. I turn the other cheek to myself. I'm only accepting part of me because I am not accepting all of me. So that's what we have to brace ourselves. We have to get ready for this. It's coming in, and it's coming in very, very fast. So yeah, like I mentioned, a lot of you may be already experiencing some of these things. You can literally look at people and know everything about them. Basically, it's like you know everything already. As the chosen one, you know everything already, and you know everything. But you're humble with it. You're humble. You keep to yourself. You don't like to brag about who you are, what you have, and what you can do. No, that's not what we have our abilities for. That's just who we are. But I'm just here to warn you. This is like a forewarning for those of you who will be tapping into those abilities. I'm just saying, for me, I know what I had to go through. I know what I had to adjust to. I have some very, 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 very clairvoyant visions, and my visions can be, kind of heavy. They can be a lot to bear at times, but those are my abilities. I have the ability to see the future. I have the ability to dream the future. I have the ability to know what's next, and sometimes that can be a lot, but I have to align myself for it. I have to stay balanced for that ability. That's why I'm so sensitive. That's why I can't eat what I want. That's why I can't drink what I want. That's why I can't watch what I want. This is why I can't be with who I want to be with, because I'm sensitive now. I literally have to prioritize the way that I feel, who I am, what I have. You guys know this. Things are changing now at a drastic rate. So what used to be can't be. You have to set new ways, set new boundaries, set new, you have to literally pave a new way of being for yourself. You're changing internally and externally. You can no longer go about things the way that you used to. It won't work. It won't fit. You're literally a new you. You're birthing God. So there's no way that you're going to be able to hang with who you used to hang with, listen to the things that you used to listen to, do the things, the lower dimensional things for that matter that you used to do, and it's literally, it's going to be forced almost onto you yourself, your abilities, and you have to be ready for it. So my message for today is to acknowledge who you are, to accept who you are, and to stand on that, to literally embrace that. I value you guys. I truly do. I really hope you guys are taking care of yourself, loving yourself, being there for yourself, getting back out in nature, to your best abilities. I know everybody can't be in nature all the time, but when you do have free time, I hope you guys can hear me. I really wanted to get this out to you guys, but yes, for the most part, you will begin to tap into different aspects of self that you really haven't either noticed yet about yourself or that you have yet to accept. So there's going to be a lot of abilities Yes, you can telepathically communicate with others. Yes, you can, see the future. Yes, you are a psychic. Yes, you are intuitive. A lot of us are very, 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 very highly intuitive. So we just have that inner knowing. That inner knowing is far more than knowledge, if that makes sense. The inner knowing is the entire concept. So the inner knowing is not, just simply having a definition of something. It's literally embodying that. It's because you know everything about it. The before, after, beginning, during, whatever. Up, down, left, right. You know everything about it. That's inner knowing. That's your higher self informing you on that. So it's time to accept our higher self. It's time to accept who we are, what we are, and what we possess within, internally. Love that about yourself and see how far you get. Peace, love, light, and healing energy.